Break it. I'm gonna get a picture. Hi, welcome to On the Scene with Patricia McDougall, celebrity photographer. Well, I tell you, I have been all over the place, but I'm going to tell you, I was at one amazing event. It was the celebration for Dick Gregory, and it was absolutely a wonderful, wonderful event. And I'm going to say it was an event because it was a who is studied, star-stuck, and everybody came out to support my brother, Dick Gregory. And so I showed a little footage right there, and if you can tune in, because I'm going to come off Facebook, I just want to let you know to tune in to Listen Vision right now, because I am live in the studio. Okay, so I'm going to chime out and just tune in, okay? Anyway, so just want to show some footage here from the event. It was the celebrating the life, I guess it was called Celebrating the Life of the Legend, Dick Gregory. And so we have some footage here from some of the event that was shown. You can see some of the pictures. As you can see, I was on the scene here and taking pictures of who is who, and Shabazz and Ayanna and everybody else. And that was my girl, Ayanna. She actually was able to perform with the one and only Dick Gregory. And this is the family. We were down there by Ben's Chili Bowl. Well, we didn't get there yet. We was actually at the Howard Theater. They actually had a procession there, and we walked all over the streets, and that's me. That was on. We was walking to U Street. How about that? But these pictures that you can see on the screen, that's me with Dick Gregory when he was here, and he was all over the place, and I'd see him and greet him. And this was actually the viewing that was held at Howard University. But anyway, so it was an experience, because I mean, I've been to funerals and celebrated the life and the legacy of various friends and family, but his was special because I think the family actually gave the funeral and everything. I mean, they literally handed it over to the people. I mean, that's how I felt. I mean, it was a celebration of life, but it was a celebration for us to take part in it, and I really felt like I was part of it. I mean, I felt like I was there, like family, because there was so much love in the room and so many people speaking of him and speaking of what he stood for, and I hope his legacy stays there and lives on. And Farrakhan, I mean, he hit it right on the nail. I mean, he preached a lot of stuff, and he talked about how and what Dick Gregory, while he was here. I mean, he had many religions. I mean, he didn't really stand for one. He was everything. He was the people. I mean, even though people probably thought he was prejudiced, and I learned something this weekend, and I mean, I really did, and I realized that he had a lot to offer, and he had a lot of wisdom, and he shared it. And so, in his family, I felt the love, because his family wanted us to know how he shared his family with everybody, and so this weekend we felt a part of him and the celebration, and we got to learn who he was through the eyes of the family members. I mean, I kind of knew him because I felt like I knew him anyway, because I would see him everywhere, being in the DC area. But he truly was a man of peace, and he just wanted everybody to know that he spoke his words, and and he didn't I guess he said what he had to say, and you heard it. You had to listen to him, just like they said. He would talk for hours. He kind of reminded me of my dad, he talked for hours too. But anyway, so I was glad to be able to live in his era and to experience his personality and to actually be a part of the celebration this weekend, in which we was just marching from the Howard Theater over to the Lincoln Theater. And outside, everybody was just showing the love and the pouring and the music and I mean, it was Mardi Gras style, so it was absolutely stunning. But anyway, this was the cover of the program, and so you could see him on stage. I guess he was on many stages, and he talked about his life everywhere he went. And they actually showed some footage you could see, and some of the pictures were, I mean, I know it's showing you a lot, but they had lots of pictures in the program book, as you can clearly see. But most of all, it was the center page, and in the center of the book, you could see, I mean, you can't see from here, and you can go to their website. I'm sure you can be able to see all the pictures. I actually took, I guess there's a picture in there that I took. I ain't gonna say which one because there's so many. I don't take credit for everything, but it was just one photo. How about that? That I actually put in there. Well, I didn't put it in there. They actually selected, so I felt honored to be a part. But I'm sure if you go on to YouTube, you're gonna see lots and lots of videos and photos of various I guess, friends and family and media that would show all of the footage and all the conversation. I mean, Maxine Waters even said, I mean, some beautiful words. I mean, it was powerful and moving, and I name everybody's name who was on the stage. Even Dr. Skinner, she was up there. I mean, it was everybody. It was showing love and the pouring and the family members when they went up there to speak. I mean, some of them danced off the stage. Some of them danced on the stage. So, I mean, you know, I know it was 7 hours. It was long. But you know what? I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored at all. I was mesmerized by everybody, everything they had to say. And I took it all in and soaked it all up and kept charging my phone. And I hope you were able to enjoy it on Facebook, because I was trying to put it all live, even though I was far away. I was in one of the close-up seats, but I felt like I was so far because that church is so big. But anyway, let's show some footage of Ayanna, because she actually was singing with Stevie Wonder. So I have a piece on her. So I want to share that with you. How about that?
Kindness, love, shame. I'll be loving you always. See, I know I'm living for tomorrow. Maybe the past, but that I must feel. Always, always.
as you can clearly see, that was some type of event. Now I'm just showing you some of the musical, and I just thought the musical was absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to tell you, it was just more than just the music. It was outstanding, from the conversation, from the words, from the pouring of the love that everybody showed for Dick Gregory. It was something amazing. But I'm going to share with you a video of Dick Gregory, of him actually speaking. So him letting you hear what he used to talk about. This is just one of the many, because I mean, I just have a little piece of clip of him. But let's share that so you can get a little bit about hear his voice and see what comes out of his mouth. How about that?
Let me tell you white folks something. You are the luckiest folks on the planet. I never thought I'd see the day I pray God I'd be born again, let me be a white boy. That's right. Look at Obama. All the shit that happened to us in America, and when they finally get a black president, they get one that's behaved. Don't talk loud. Well educated. And look how they treat him. Look how they treat him. I ran for president in 1968, and you white folks and black folks bet you said I didn't win. First thing I do is hold a press conference. After I was sworn in. And the first thing before I hold a press conference, I dig up that rose garden and put a watermelon down. And it wouldn't be no more state dinners. I'd bring world leaders in. We'll have a watermelon lunch on the balcony and spit the seeds down on Pennsylvania Avenue. Then I think about how some of you entertainers change. Look at Tiger Woods. He's been a Negro all his life. Then after he hit the big time, he said he wasn't combination. So I said to him one day, I said, if you think you're not a Negro, imagine you coming out the White House that had lunch with the president and 12 of the top businessmen in the world. And you'll come out Pennsylvania, you go to your left to go eat dinner at the restaurant. And this white racist cop turned the corner and said, hit the ground, nigga. I said, which one of y'all think gonna fall? Not only would Tiger fall, they say, Tiger, why are you on the ground? They didn't even hear the word. Somewhere. And so again, I just cannot thank you enough to see you here last night, tonight, friends. Enough. And here's my thing. I had no choice. I can't speak for the rest of it. I got in show business in Chicago. Black nightclubs. Poor black folks came and listened to me and tolerated me till I got so funny they pushed me all the way downtown where they couldn't afford to see me. I had no choice but to go back. To say thanks. To say thanks. And so I said to Ed Weinbergers, who's collaborating with Chuck. Let me tell you white folks something. You are the shop.
So as you can see, you heard it from the voice of Dick Gregory himself. It's always good to hear him speak. He has so much to say. I think, if I'm correct, that video was taken in L.A. When he actually was awarded, I guess, the Hall of Fame. I guess that's what they call it, the Star. Hollywood. Let me get that straight. Hollywood, that's what it was. But anyway, so I was actually there to experience it. I actually took my money and went there and flew there because it was so important for me to see him get honored like that. I thought it was wonderful. I love the family. And so I'm telling you, I really got to know them again this weekend. And some of the family members remembered me when I was actually in LA. But anyway, we're going to play that video with Ayanna singing with Dick Gregory. How about that? Just a little clip. We want to share it.
My very special friend, Ayanna.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Turn me up. Turn the key on down.
I tell you, I hope you're watching, Listen Vision Live with Patricia McDougall on the scene, because she's sharing some special videos here in the studio. So, and it is awesome of, part of, some of the musical pieces and going on during the festivities and the celebration for Dick Gregory. So we have one more. We have a couple, but I'm not going to share everything. You have to go to my YouTube at Patricia McDougall, McDougall, I guess. YouTube, Patricia McDougall on YouTube. But check out my website. I'm still revamping it. Patricia McDougall on the scene, celebrity photographer. But the exact word is patriciamcdougallonthescene.com, and then you can find me at patriciamcdougallphotos.com, and you can find me at patriciamcdougallphotos.net. I have so many of them. Why? Because sometimes people just pull it up differently. So we want to make sure if you're tuning into my radio show every week, you have the right one, which is patriciamcdougallonthescene.com. And I'm in the studio here every Sunday at 2 o'clock if you want to come on and join me. But let's go back. Dr. Williams, I'm just showing you who she is and showing you little clips because she said something and one word just really touched me. So let's show a little video clip on her as well.
That if a rat ran across their house, he just knew he was taking a shortcut to somebody else's house because they didn't have anything. My brothers and sisters, I love you. I'll be seeing you around. Dick Gregory shall live forever.
And see, she said Dick Gregory will live forever, and he sure will live forever. I know in her heart for sure, but many people who around the globe have tuned in to listen to him, because Dick Gregory did have a big heart, even though sometimes he can scare you with some of his words, for real. But anyway, we have another video of them marching in the streets from the Howard Theater all the way down to the Lincoln Theater. So let's play that one real quick as well. As you can see, they was marching in the streets, and I was marching right with them. I'm telling you, I was really celebrating. But we have another video of this. Is when we started out at the Howard Theater. So we're going to show that one as well. We're going to come back to the second video. Not the second, because I played so many of them, but we're going to play that, that next video if we can. Well, okay, that was the same video, but that's okay. We're going to bring you back over and talk a little bit before we get to that next video and just tell you, show you some of the pictures. How about that? Celebrating the life of Mr. Dick Gregory. I know I'm showing so many different photos, but we was actually at Dr. Joel's, and I guess it's Yolanda, I guess that's it, People's, and we were at the City of Praise, and that was the church we was in, and it was just, that's a beautiful, oh my goodness, a beautiful church, and it's so big. I don't even know how many people can fit in there. But anyway, we just want to show some of the pictures, and if you didn't get a program, I don't know, maybe you can touch base with the family, because this program is absolutely amazing. And when I say amazing, I'm not even kidding you. And and some of these pictures I have, but I just wanted to make sure that you see it if you haven't seen it. And how about that? And so a lot, and even the mayor was there. The mayor of DC, she actually showed up and showed some love. And Howard University, I just wanted to mention this, they actually host them a viewing, a private viewing, and I was able to go to the private viewing on, I think it was Friday, and it was amazing. They showed him in the casket, of course, and he had on his baseball cap. Now, I'm not going to show you a picture. I know there are other people that will put the picture out there, but I didn't want to show his picture in there because it was private, but he was in there laying, and he looked so, oh my goodness, at peace. I mean, he had, you know how he walks around town with that little baseball hat? Well, he had it on. He was representing for sure. It was red, and he had on his shirt, and he was doing his thing, and he looked really, really good. So I just want to say that. So if you did see a photo or so floating out there, he was amazing. And this will show you a little bit of glimpse of some of the something, I don't even know what is on that page. It's so much. I guess this is a year in review. It has it going back from whatever. Of course, everybody know he was in his 80s when he's passed. And he has a book, so you definitely want to get that. It's called Defining Moments in Black History, Reading Between the Lies. Dick Gregory. You definitely want to get that book. I tried to get it. I do know that I'm trying to think. There's a couple of stores that have it. I mean, you can get it. You can get it anywhere. But I heard today that he has a new book that's coming out, or if it's not already out, I didn't see it. And it was his last book that he wrote. So I'm sure it's amazing. So you definitely want to get, if you can, a copy of that book. But anyway, we're going to show another video. Can we? Yes. Is it possible? Yeah, we're going to show that video I mentioned too. We was leaving the Howard Theater on starting right in the beginning. So let me show that very quick. As you can see, wasn't that video awesome? Oh my goodness. I love videos and stuff, and so I always like to show, what's going on. It kind of tells a story. Sometimes I'm moving around a little bit too much, so I know you're probably saying, stand still, sit still, stop moving. But anyway, so I try to do that. But anyway, let me show you one picture that you're going to really love. It was actually, and I'm going to send it to you shortly. It was a picture that we took. There were some Howard students, and they were actually gathered around, and Nick Cannon, who's also at Howard, so I'm really excited to hear that he's actually there. Been there about a year now, in the School of Communications, if I'm correct, because I did see him actually work in the school, right? So we're going to show that picture as well. But anyway, so he happened to be there when we were actually on the wall, on the mirror that they had right next to Ben's Chili Bowl. And there was a nice picture of some students, and I promised them that I would upload this picture today right on this show. So I'm getting ready to show you a nice picture of some students at Howard who actually are super fabulous. So can we show that picture? I just sent it to you over of the many students that actually came out to participate in the celebration of the life of Dick Gregory. So I think I just sent that one photo. But anyway, let's hold it right there. So as you can see, Nick in the middle, representing, and all the HU was in the house. So when I actually showed that picture, as you can see, they all came out with their shirts on, representing, and Denise is on the right. You can't really see her. She is a Howard alum as well. And so they all came out to celebrate, and so they said, Patricia, we are waiting for that picture, so here it is. I put it up there, and I'm going to actually put another picture up on Facebook so you can actually see the picture. But anyway, to all of the Howard students that came on, we're happy that you actually represented. And to Nick Cannon, thanking you for actually coming out and representing. representing and showing your faith. I know you are very good fans. I actually had a little video of you speaking about what it means to you, your relationship with Mr. Gregory. That I can't share it right here because it's a little blurry and I didn't want to show that video, right? But anyway, he had something very nice to say about his relationship, and he said that he actually spoke with him often. So it's amazing that the young and the youth were able to experience his personality and who he was and what he was all about. And it was so interesting, his grandson actually came up there and was talking about his life with his grandfather, and he remembered him well, meaning, of course, he just passed, but he talked about he was his babysitter, he was his, grandpa, he was his friend, they used to play hide and seek. I mean, he kind of told the story. I'm sure, like I said, if you go online, you probably can see it because it's probably going to be everywhere in a video piece of him speaking, but it just reminded me of my dad. He was always one to get the last word in, so he was always one to get the last word in. How about that, right? And so I was fully understanding what he meant, because one time I left my son with my father, and when he came home, and he was only 5, and when I picked him up, he said, my father said, you better sit still, don't move, don't say nothing, and he lectured him the entire time he was there. So I told one time when we was in Hollywood and I was with Ayanna, and I told her that her father reminds me of my dad, because that's his personality. Like, you couldn't say nothing. He had to do all the talking, right? And so, and he'll put you in your place if you were out of place. So, I just want to say that it was really nice spending the weekend with the one and only Dick Gregory, his family, and celebrating his life and legacy. And it was just so nice. And so I hope that you were able to feel some of the love through some of the photos that I shared, also to include his videos of him speaking, which I thought was very, very important. So follow me. I have some more photos and some more videos on my Facebook page, Patricia McDougall, on the scene of Patricia McDougall, celebrity photographer. So you'll be able to see additional information there. And also on my YouTube page, I'll put up some more footage from that as well. And there's so many out there that, once you go to YouTube and just plug in Dick Gregory, you'll be able to follow all of the live and the conversation that went on this weekend. But anyway, I just want to say, I didn't get to my other pictures. I was so many places. I was actually, and I don't even know if I have time. I have time to show, I was actually in New York, and I think I sent those pictures to you in regards to, not to change the subject, but let's show them very quickly. If we can, I was at the West Indian Day Parade, which I wasn't here. You didn't see me for 2 weeks. And that was my New York picture, and I was actually with my goddaughters and my daughter Leah, and they wanted to take a trip down memory lane. I guess they haven't been there. My sister Felicia and my goddaughters and Leah, we were actually in New Jersey, and I didn't have my picture, Coco, up there, but she was in the house. She got a little sick. She ate something, didn't agree with her. It was Fashion Week, and that was the reason why I actually went to New York. And if you go follow me today, I'll try to upload some pictures from Fashion Week, because it was absolutely super, super fabulous. But anyway, can we show some pictures from the West Indian Day Parade as well very quickly? As you can see from the photos, it was the Caribbean weekend, and I had so much fun. Oh my goodness, my brother Jamel was in the house, my niece, and everybody. We was out there representing. And when I say representing, we had a wonderful, wonderful time. We actually ended up going inside to one of those big buildings down there. I couldn't even name. My brother Jamel in the middle, my niece, my son, everybody. We came out there. We was watching them in the streets. Now, I don't have footage of that, but I'm going to put some up so you can see. It was a little graphic, some of it, because, some of these women, they get busy. They have fun. They dance around the streets. They come in their costumes, and they are really, really represent they really represent the Caribbean Festival. But the only reason why I didn't put too many photos up, and I think I put some, but anyway, as you can see everybody in the house, and these are the trucks, is because we had so much stuff going on in the Caribbean and due to the hurricane. And I want to say, my heart goes out to everybody out there that was affected by that. Even though I'm showing the West Indian Day, American Day Parade, it was a peaceful, from what I could see from there. I heard they had some crisis there, but it was very nice. But right in the Caribbean right now, it's just a hard time because of this hurricane that went by and just did so much. And also to Florida, which that's why my girlfriend Coco was here. She was visiting because she had to get away from Florida for a minute because of the storm. But anyway, so my heart goes out to the ones there. My prayers go out to the family for Dick Gregory. And I will share some additional pictures on my Facebook page if you can follow me, Patricia McDougall. So I want you to tune in every Sunday at 2 o'clock at Listen Vision, Patricia McDougall Live here in the studio. And I thank you for tuning in. And if you want to join me, just inbox me or send me an email at pmcdougall6@gmail.com, and I'll make sure that you get on. And you can also find me on Listen Vision as well. You can tune in there, and you'll be able to read my bio, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I do and who I am. So thank you, much love, and until next week, tune in. All right. Thank you so much.